Hey guys, I'm gonna make white chocolate chip chocolate cookies. I've already started off with 1 1/4 cups of white flour. I'm gonna need 1/4 cup of cocoa, and I'm gonna sift that cocoa because it usually has clumps inside this container. So I'm gonna use 1/4 cup with a sifter, put that in there, and just shake it a little bit like that. You can see all those like crumbles of cocoa in there. Those won't break up when you mix your mixture. So I'm gonna break those up. They're all gone there. I'm also going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, which is in here. And that's a 1/2 teaspoon. I have a 1/2 teaspoon here. Teaspoon. I'm also gonna sift that into that lump. Those lumps don't break up for some reason. So that's a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And because this is iodized salt, I'm not gonna use the whole 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna use kind of like maybe a little more than a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're gonna mix that up. And this is the dry mixture. So that's done. Next, I'm gonna do the wet mixture, which is a 1/2 cup of room temperature butter. Oh, if you haven't seen these at Costco, hopefully they're not sold out, but I just got this whole set of measuring spoons and measuring cups from Costco for $19.99. They're so pretty. So I'm going to grab my butter. And if you didn't already know it, your butter is pre-measured by the tablespoon. There's 8 tablespoons in a stick, which is a 1/2 cup of butter. So this is the 1/2 cup that I need. It's softened already. I'm gonna put that right into my mixing bowl. And I'm gonna mix my butter first because I'm gonna cream my butter and sugar together. And then I'm also going to need a 1/3 cup of white sugar. This. A 1/3 cup of white sugar. I'm gonna put that right into my butter. I'm done with this. I'm also gonna need 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Usually when you're using brown sugar, it's cracked brown sugar that you're gonna use in the recipe. So 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Goes right into the mixing bowl. I also need 1 egg at room temperature. My eggs are cold, so I put them in this pot with warm water. So now they're all at room temperature. I'm gonna crack my egg into this just to make sure that it's my batter. So if you're not careful, you can get eggshells in your egg batter when you crack it in straight into the sugar. So that's 1 egg. And then I have this organic clear vanilla. I got this at my local cake baking supply store. This was made in Mexico, but it looks like it was bottled in, no, it was made in Mexico, but the company was from Chicago. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm making my cookies ahead of time. These are going to be like a Thanksgiving / Christmas cookie platter that I'm going to make for some friends. So I'm making my white chocolate chip chocolate cookie dough ahead of time. So after this blends, I'm going to put flour in here. So that's done, and I'll blend it up. I'm just going to pour it all in because I'm gonna mix it on slow anyways. I'm just going to mix that on slow for a few minutes. I'll show you what it looks like as soon as I'm done here. That's what the batter looks like. It's really thick. Because these cookies, they're really fudgy and they almost taste like brownies. Hey dog, come over here. You want a treat? Can you stop barking, please? Thank you. Thank you. Now I that was enough. So I'm gonna scrape all of my cookie dough off the mixing paddle, and I'm gonna get all of this right. Oh, look at how thick it is. And then I'm going to add my white chocolate chip, and I'm going to add like a 1/2. I added a 1/2 cup of white chocolate chips, and that's what it's starting to look like. I'm just gonna make sure I have all of my mix combined, and then I'm gonna scoop them onto some wax paper and put them in the freezer. And just for reference, I'll tell you how to cook them. If you subscribe to my channel, I will record another video when I bake them, and I'll show you how they bake up. But let me just move this way. You're going to set the oven for 375, and you're gonna bake the cookies for 8 to 10 minutes. And I'll show you what size they are as soon as I scoop them onto the wax paper. I was gonna use this scale to weigh my ingredients, but I decided not to. So let me get that wax paper so I can show you. So I use this little cookie scoop and scoop out my cookies like that. And then I'm gonna stick this in the freezer. And when they're nice and frozen, I'm going to put them in a Ziploc baggie. And when I'm ready to prepare, you know, all of the cookies for the platter, I'll bake them all up and then wrap them up. And I won't have to do everything the same day, because honestly it's already 9 o'clock. We just got done watching the football game. I put up my Christmas tree and making these cookies, and so yeah, I just don't want to have to do everything the same day. I think it makes 1, 2, 3, maybe like 12.5 cookies. I don't remember how much, but let me know in the comments if you tried this recipe and if you like it. I've made it already for a friend of mine, and her family like really like these. And I also made them for my friend's friend who requested them for her baby shower. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16. If you notice that some of your cookies don't have very many chocolate chips, I'll show you what you can do. You can always take your chocolate chips and just kind of add a couple. I think these have plenty, but don't put them upside down like that. Yeah, so I will make regular chocolate chip cookies, and I'll record that for you. But if you make these cookies, share in the comments if you like them, and subscribe for more videos.